Welcome back. So now we're going to look at the criteria for choosing the traffic source for your acquisition. So the first criteria is you want to choose a traffic source that has a high volume. So you're not going to, you really want to be sure that it's going to attract as many people as possible. But remember that you must have the end result in mind, meaning the type of traffic source that you want to use. Because we talked earlier on about whether you want to build a mailing list, whether you just want buyers, early adopters, or perhaps you're really just looking for social proof. So that would depend on the type of traffic you use. But if you're gonna use anything like Facebook marketing, you got to make sure that the ads you're going to put out will get you a high volume. There's no point running any ads whatsoever without having that in focus. That is got to produce as much or as many people as possible. Now, let me say something here, which I did in another video, which is the fact that we always talk about free traffic. Okay, because I'm going to post on Facebook. Doesn't cost me anything to post, and I'm going to get engagement. People are going to sign up to my pages and stuff like that. But that's true. But in reality, it costs you time. So there's nothing like no cost. There's nothing free, really, when you think about it. If you think about the fact that you could use article marketing, and it does work. And somebody asked me the other day, okay, Bumi, what has worked for you? Well, Facebook marketing has worked for me for social proof tremendously. When it comes to buying, I would say Kindle has worked for me tremendously. Udemy has worked for me tremendously. When it comes to building a mailing list, no, hands down, article marketing has done it over a period of time. Okay, so and now I'm about to try out solo ads, so to see how that's gonna go. But those work, all right. What I mentioned, Udemy works, article marketing works, Facebook marketing works, and then if you add them to your mailing list, and then you start emailing people, then that also works and brings in more people because people share your content with others. All right, so that's worked for me. The other thing is another criteria is got to be low cost. You got to be looking for as low a cost as possible in comparison to the volume that you're going to get. So I always say to people, if you're going to advertise on Facebook, try and go for as much as you can, more towards the 1 cent per click type of ad, as opposed to 35. You know, there was a time I did an ad on Facebook. It was costing me like 90 cents a click. And what I was selling wasn't going to warrant that, so I just had to stop it because it wasn't bringing in what I wanted. But then I did another ad for social proof and to test out a particular secret that I was using at the time, and that worked, and that got me 0.01 per click, cents per click. So that was really good. So that was low cost. The other thing is best performance. Now, if we go back to this, talking about best performance really means that did it achieve what you set it out to do? Did it achieve what you set in your mind for it to do? Meaning that if you had in mind that you wanted to sell your product, so you wanted buyers, is the source you're using, the source of traffic you're using, is it bringing in the best performance of buyers to your business? Are you using Facebook ads, and your criteria really for best performance in your mind is people must buy your product? So are they buying your products? Yes or no? So you got to be thinking about a traffic source that gives you the best performance that you want. If you want loads of signups, so you're going to think about the traffic source you're using. Are they really signing up to my on my landing page or not? And then finally, the fourth, probably most important of all of this, is the fact that what can you do? What do you know you can do? Are you good at article writing? then do that first. Are you good at posting stuff on Facebook, on Facebook groups or Facebook pages? Then do that first. Are you good on Google Ads? Then do that first. You gotta be able to decide what are you good on at Instagram? Is it Skype that is bringing you traffic? Then use that. Is it your mailing list that's bringing you traffic? Then use that. You've got to start by doing what you know you can do. You're not going to be able to use all those traffic sources I mentioned in one go, and that's not the point. The whole point why I showed you those traffic sources was to let you know that they exist. But I'm not telling you to go out there and use all of it in one go. It's not going to work like that, because as a startup, you don't really have the time to do that. What you need to do is specialize in one area and then use that traffic source. And once you've acquired enough return from that, return on investment on that, then you can move on and use something else, or then get someone else to help you out, like a VA, to use to get another traffic source going. So finally, what I want to conclude on is that you've got to test. You need to test all of these sources, or the sources you want to use. You need to test them to see the one that actually works for you. No one can really, I can tell you what's worked for me. And you might be able to search within your industry and find out what's working in that industry. But don't limit it to what's working in that industry, because there could be a traffic source that could be really, really good, but your industry do not know about it yet. Neither do they use it yet. So you've got to be testing traffic sources as you go along. One more thing I would say is that in your time of testing, just test with low amounts. Don't go test with thousands of dollars or pounds if you don't have that kind of money. So you can test. I've tested with $5. I test with $10. I've tested with $3. If something is not working on $3, it's definitely not going to work on $1,000. That's the way I see it. But somebody might say, well, Bumi, you're wrong. But that's what I've done. If I test something on $3 and it works, then I'm going to put more money into it, and that's worked for me. I'm going to put more money in. I'm going to make it work. Okay, if I test it with $5 and it works, and I'm going to put $20 in there, because then I'm going to get 4 times the return. So that's the kind of thing that I've done, and it's worked that way. So test with, you can test on Facebook with small amounts. So whichever traffic source you choose, just make sure you test. I would say something about article marketing. Article marketing works, but it takes time to work, because you need to actually become a top leader in the niche that you are writing for. Okay, but hope we've dealt with some of these questions on acquisition of traffic, and I hope that you get a lot out of this. And do email me. My email is Bumi, BOOMY, at startyourownbusinessacademy.com. Bumi at startyourownbusinessacademy.com. And I look forward to hearing how you're succeeding. Talk to you soon. Thank you.